Stay awake for that Scotland kick-off at 2 o'clock. Really sorry about the second half of that game and how difficult it made it for you. Look, it was a lot quieter in the second half, and a lot of that really was down to the approach that Morocco put in. They seemed as though they were relatively happy with the point, Hassan.
Yes, I think they put a lot of energy in this first half, and we don't realise, but it's the weather and the humidity to just carry on doing all those efforts. It takes its toll, and I think as soon as Morocco made 3 substitutions after 65 minutes, they start controlling the game again and having more of the possession. So overall, I'm quite happy with the draw.
Not a bad result at all for Morocco, but they didn't have a shot on foot that we saw in the 99th minute of that game. What do we make of Brazil after all of that, Gus?
Disappointed. We were expecting more, especially in the team game. The individuals we know. They can produce at any time. Vinícius done it today, but it was not enough. I was surprised how bad technically they were today. I don't know if it was the pitch.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the pitch didn't help. That was a problem. But they were missing passes, simple passes that you would expect a Brazilian player to do well. At the end, both teams, they didn't play to win. They played not to lose. And it's very difficult to play not to lose, trying to go forward. Yeah. And there was practically no chances in the second half.
Should we remind ourselves of the first half? Because there were a couple of really good goals in that, Joe.
Yeah, of course. Let's not lose the fact that first half was enthralling, you know, tactically from both sides. It was so interesting. But here, as Gus talked about, Paquetá losing it in the midfield. And then Diaz just on that half turn. It's a beautiful ball. And Saibari penetrates the 2 centre-halves. Disappointing it will be for Gabriel with his body position. And almost Alisson as a triangle, they're 3 of their best players. And they got caught out there and they got punished. And Morocco took a deserved lead. That was a really, really good goal. This is Hakimi high, and his threat was so important in the first half. But Brazil knew they just had to isolate Vini Jr. once, especially if they could do it against Hakimi with him not there. And this is where he comes into his own. He was quiet in the game, of course he was, but you can't criticise players like this because they have their moments. On the big stage, he cuts in, thrashes it past Bono. What a massive moment.
Because Brazil and Morocco have played each other in the opening game of this group, there was always a chance that we might see this, that we might see things being even at the end of it. But what it does mean is that in a group in which the 6th and 7th ranked teams in the world are contenders, Scotland or Haiti have the chance to be top of this group at the end of the first round of matches. It puts them... I mean, yes, it's not a bad point for either Brazil or Morocco, but what does it say about their chances of progressing from the group, do you think?
I just think that Scotland's got a great opportunity. If they win tonight, they will become top of the group and they will play Morocco in 5 days with a lot of confidence. And you know that a best third team can go through as well. So with 3 points and the positive goal difference or 4 points, you will go through. So I do think there's still a lot to play for, but Scottish fans must be excited.
2 o'clock kick-off. What do you think it means for the group, Gus?
Well, I think normally the first games, they are very, very, very difficult to play. You know, everybody says how important it is to win. At the same time, what we said before, how important it is not to lose. I think it put Scotland in a great moment. If you are a Scottish player now, on the nation, I would say, you will be in a position to say, OK, we win this one and we are incredible. I mean, the step is massive. So it's going to be a very important game for them.
Gus and Hassan, lovely to spend time with you this evening. We'll be seeing you again throughout the course of this tournament. But we're nearly there. It is nearly time for Scotland. Joe, you're going to stay with us for that one. After 20...
In and out of the match. And if you need a superstar that's going to take control and lead by example, you've got to be doing it for 90 minutes.
Yeah, but it's not only about one-man show. It's about the team. They didn't look like a team today. The lines were too wide. There was too much space between the lines. They felt so helpless, you know, and incapable to build anything. And that doesn't look very good.
And that's the point, is that Morocco looked like a team.
Yes.
They defended like a team, they attacked like a team, even in those times where their possession wasn't necessarily the highest quality or was a little bit, it felt a little bit like they were in a lull. They did that as a team and they came out of